Welcome, friends, to the PW Fan. The PW Fan is a podcast created by fans for the fans, and we appreciate you listening to episode 186. I'm your host, the Architect of Pro Wrestling Podcast, Andy.
I'm also host of the No Stone Wrestling Indie Fan and football lover, Jeremy.
Tim will be joining us here shortly, but that's not going to stop us from starting this. This week.
Never does.
Yep. This week, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on in NXT this past week. We'll be getting into AEW as they get into All Out coming soon, and then WWE and not Clash and
Wrestlepooza.
That was the other week. Wrestlepooza.
Your favorite name for
it's the worst name since Great Balls of Fire. So we'll be going over the predictions because that is this Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
and also talk about where WrestleMania 43 got announced.
That is in my notes when they announced it. I believe it was on Smackdown. So it's one of my bullet points. So we will talk about
one of your bullet points. I want to see what AI said about it.
I tried to do some editing this week on the AI bullet points.
So it's not as oh my god.
No. I'm more of just take things out rather than edit their sentences.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know if you saw. I know you don't watch NXT, but this week,
is it the Homecoming or not the Homecoming now? But they're going to
they're going back to Full Sail.
Full Sail, that's what it was. Yeah.
Full Sail, so which is where the Black and Gold brand, you can call it Netflix 1.0, yeah, was originally at most of the time before they switched. So the week before, I'm trying to remember, DIY had come back.
Mm-hmm. And their original gear as well.
Yeah. And then
shirts.
this past week, I should say, they interrupted, or maybe they were interrupted by, either way. I think they were interrupted by Trick Williams, who was the TNA X Division champion.
Kind of crazy. He's still the TNA.
Or is he the TNA World Heavyweight?
TNA
I used to know by the look of the belt, but then they changed the belt, so now I don't remember. I think he might just be TNA champion because he beat Moose. So if Moose was okay, so he's the champ, and then he eventually brings out Carmelo Hayes, who he was kind of the sidekick to until Carmelo was going to get called up. And Trick Williams got put into a higher spot. They had a couple matches together, and Trick ended up being like the baby face out of all of this, and Mello was the heel, and Trick eventually became champion. But when Carmelo came out, it still seemed like they had some beef. They were needed to be squashed, but they were aligned when it came to talking trash to DIY. So that was one thing that is going to happen at Homecoming. I'm pretty sure it's those two versus DIY. Also, randomly at the end of a match, Tyler Breeze came in. He came back.
Yeah.
And it's not much for this Homecoming. I don't know. Yeah, not much of a reaction. And this is why I think, because I watched the whole thing. It wasn't like his music hit and he was coming to interrupt the segment. Like a match had just gotten over. His music hit, but fans were still cheering from
the match.
The match. So I could barely hear his music at home.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until he got in the ring, I think, then the pop for him got merged with the winning of the match.
Yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
And I felt bad about it, but apparently he's going to wrestle Ethan Page. So that's how they're pinning him against him. And then we had JC Jane's group. She is the women's champion. She was also the Knockouts champion at the same time, but just the women's champion now. She has a group, Fatal Attraction. And so there's three of them, and they were in the ring talking. Tiffany Stratton came out. Then Stephanie Vaquer came out, and then Rhea came out. So there's going to be a 3-on-3 women's match. So we'll see what else they book this week. But
is it just a normal NXT show just on Tuesday, but it's just at Full Sail? or is it like
It'll be. I believe it's not pay per view, but it's like a TV pay per view. They did it.
Oh, it's like a special.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I was like, oh man, like it'd be cool if Adam Cole would have been able to go, but he can't. Even if he was feeling healthy, he couldn't. But you could still have Finn Balor. Balor could show up.
He could bring his demon back
for a night.
Dominate.
Who else? You got, I guess, Sami Zayn. I'm thinking about like the big ones. I mean, you got Asuka.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Shayna Baszler, is she still even there? She didn't get released.
She is. I don't think so.
God,
or maybe she did. No, she's gone yet.
Wow, that brings up Andrade's not there anymore. I know you saw that.
Once again.
Creative. To sum it up, I believe I read it was like creative stuff, and
was it?
And he started like no showing.
And then they told him to go home at one event.
Yeah, I mean it was surprising. I think Meltzer brought it up, or someone, that like he didn't really seem to be involved with the CMLL stuff. AAA stuff.
Yeah,
CMLL is AEW.
It's AEW, yeah.
And you would think that like he'd be a part of it with like merging, but like he was not really at all. So
yeah, I mean he had like a bit of a good run with Rey Fenix as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I think of him doing. Or the Carmelo Hayes matches were good too, but
yeah. So Worlds Collide happened this week. We'll talk about the main event after Raw, but before SmackDown, I think.
Yeah.
So that's all I got on NXT stuff and whatnot. We can get right into AEW. Starting with Dynamite this week. Jeremy, you can follow along with the notes, obviously, and laugh along as you see what AI has written. So it opened up with a match: Hangman Adam Page versus Josh Alexander. Let's see. Don Callis would interfere late, but Page would fight off Lance Archer and Rocky Romero. Winner was Adam Page, though, with a buckshot lariat. Afterwards, he cut a promo about real wrestling. He targeted MJF and Callis's, Don Callis family's tactics.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher would interrupt and would, talk about his challenge that he made from Collision. Hangman would compare Fletcher to the Hangman of 6 years ago versus Jericho when AEW first started, because that was the inaugural title match.
Yeah.
Basically, like, what his whole thing is, like, he's not ready, which is what Kyle Fletcher says everyone's been telling him. But he agreed to a title match at All Out, and if Fletcher loses, he leaves the Don Callis family, or is it if he wins? Do you remember? Apparently, I missed a word in my notes. It just says if Fletcher leaves. Oh, he'll agree to a title match at All Out as long as Fletcher leaves the Callis family. Was that it? And Fletcher accepted. So
yeah, I don't know. But that'd be a good match either way. I mean, Hangman is not going to lose it All Out, but I know we'll do predictions.
Maybe
all
if
that.
I still hated Hangman, I wouldn't be excited for it. But Kyle's good.
I don't hate Hangman anymore though. Like it's weird. But also, I was going to say real quick for I think Dynamite only, but it's nice. I actually like having Bryan Danielson on commentary.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to stay, but I've been liking it lately.
Part of the team now.
Really? Okay. I've been liking it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has anything to do with JR or what. I don't remember.
Well,
who did he replace?
He replaced Shivani because it's Taz Excalibur with him.
So where's Shivani?
On Saturdays?
Is he only on Saturdays now? He just lightened his workload?
Yeah.
Well, Michael Cole, I don't know where he's been.
Yeah, that's another story.
I haven't heard anything about that. So
what happened to him? He never missed a show, and now.
Yeah, but you haven't. It's been quiet, so maybe it's personal things. I don't know.
It could be.
A lot of stuff's moved around with the WWE commentary, but
because I thought they were moving to Cole and was it Wade Barrett?
Well, Wade Barrett's off because of the Nikki Bella stuff or whatever. Lately, it's been Corey Graves and Joe Tessitore, which I thought he was gone, but he's not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
So, yeah, but I digress. MJF had a promo. He recently got married to Alicia Toot, who was one of the backstage
Toot?
announcers.
Is that Toot or Tout?
I always say a Toot. Tim's always said a Toot. I don't know if he's heard the name in a video before.
Okay.
But I think they've said it. I can't think of a time they said, and we'll go backstage with Alicia a tout. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure it's a Toot. But he said he skipped his honeymoon to hunt Mark Briscoe, and he would accept whatever stipulation Briscoe throws at him. And then with a little quip, he said, "I do, by God, I do." But backstage, the Bucks joked about ordering DoorDash if they win the $500,000 match. This got brushed off by the Dark Order and catering, and even Brandon Cutler. If we remember, I don't think we had seen them since they left him high and dry for the Death Riders.
Yeah, honestly, the stuff that happened with the Young Bucks, I feel like it's actually kind of funny. Like the entrances messing up.
It's become a sad Corbin.
Yeah, sad Corbin. Yeah. And I think the throwbacks are funny, especially during the pay-per-view with the song and all the entrance gear and all that.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes, but Moxley would sit next to them and promise to split the purse if they win. You like how it wrote, Moxley sat next to them ominously. There was a hype package. Stokely Hathaway would... there wasn't a hype package, but this was the hype of the match. Stokely would insult the fans and talk about FTR. Dax fought with fans and attacked production crew. I think he actually got in a real argument with some fans, but unless
I saw some videos that he was like, I don't think it was real. Like, I think it was just kayfabe, him yelling at them, but he was responding to what they were saying.
Yeah. So the referees would swarm, restore order. Hook would address Samoa Joe's removal from the ops. Said he understood and was ready to stand on his own. And then we had a Philly street fight, Sky Blue versus Tony Storm, where we had cookie sheets, stop signs, kendo sticks, staples.
Yes, those
like the brand.
Literally.
I remember the mousetrap table spot with the cheese, a fly swatter, trash cans. Ultimately, Storm would win with a Storm Zero on a chair, and I don't remember if it was for the title, but she won.
Yeah, the staples spots were you could feel them hurt because obviously different parts for the woman when they did the staple spots compared to Swerve and all them. It was just you could still feel it.
Yeah. So afterwards, Julia Hart and Thekla would attack Tony Storm. Chris Styler ran in. Jamie Hayter returned, took out Hart and Thekla. Before
every time you say her name, it sounds like you just have a list.
Or is it Tekla? I don't
know. That's gonna be so funny if it's Tekla and you've been saying Thekla.
It might be, man. I think it's Tekla.
You have a list.
I'm gonna say Tekla for now on. But the Triangle of Madness, which is Tekla, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue, they stood tall in the end. Backstage, Willow Nightingale expressed her frustration with Marina Shafir. Harley Cameron, as she does, would interrupt with a song on the guitar, I believe.
Yeah.
She plays a lot of instruments. So I was like, what was she playing? Yeah, she was playing the guitar. Renee can't ever help but to laugh when it comes to Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Willow would decline, but warned her to watch her back. And then the main event, and per usual, I didn't even see this until the highlights on Collision because AEW goes over time, and mine cuts off a minute after the recording.
That's so funny. What do you use to record?
Just Xfinity.
Oh, you have cable.
Yeah. Tim's got YouTube TV. Yeah, you got YouTube TV. Yeah. So
that just records whenever it's over.
I gotcha. So the Death Riders and Young Bucks teamed up against Brodito and the Ops. It was a 10-man tag with a $500,000 prize on the line. It's every week. It's every week, dude. These fucking money matches.
Something like this.
So Marina Shafir would interfere at one point. The Bucks would hit double super kicks and a folding press pin for the win. Young Bucks and Death Riders win. Afterwards, Brodito brawled with the Bucks over the money bags. Death Riders attacked Hobbs. Darby Allin returned to make the save, and then someone ran in, face covered everything, wearing all black, ambushed Darby from behind. Ended up being Daniel Garcia. Super Dragon curb stomp on a chair twice, and Moxley directed traffic through, I guess, the stands as Garcia left with them.
Yeah.
And Darby laid out.
Garcia turned once again.
He turned on him.
So
instead of being in a joke group like Jericho's group, he's in the Death Riders.
Yeah. I mean, this time I feel like, I don't know. The last face push should have been a lot bigger, but hopefully this heel run is better for him.
Yeah. Face run kind of fell flat.
It should have been way bigger like over a year ago.
Mm-hmm. But that was Dynamite, wasn't bad. I don't know how long they're going to be in the 2300 building.
I think that was it.
That was it, okay. It's been a couple
because
weeks.
They're going to All Out, right? Next. Yeah. So they're going to be in Chicago for the Dynamite show before.
Gotcha. So they do like these small residences.
Maybe not Chicago, but...
All right, Collision. Yeah. For once, I actually have some things to say about it. MJF opened up the show, talking trash, claims Briscoe was born mediocre and will never beat him. He basically talked about blue collar and white collar. I'm like, but you're both wrestlers, so that's not your job.
Yeah, you have the same profession. You just have
to be talking about how you grew up, but you both have the same profession. You're neither blue collar or white collar. But anyway, that's just stupid details that I nitpicked. He said he would never beat him regardless of the stipulation. Briscoe would come on screen, said he wanted to do a tables, thumbtacks, no DQ match. Then there was the surprise attack from Briscoe from behind. They fight. Briscoe spills a bag of tacks, calling it a wedding present, and tries to do a J driller, but MJF escapes. Poor ring crew was probably like, God damn it, just brushing these off for no reason.
Their match at All Out is going to be a lot of that stuff then. If the name of the match is going to be a tables, thumbtacks, and no DQ match, it's going to be messy.
Yeah. MJF and I feel like I'm going to like shows that he can do it.
Yeah.
Because I think he, like, proving the doubters wrong and stuff. He does that kind of shit. It's kind of like, reminds me of when Edge wanted to prove himself with, like, the Cactus Jack thing. It's like, no, I can do more than just this.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the fallout from the Garcia stuff we just talked about. So he's joined the Death Riders, and backstage there was an interview with the members of the Paragon, really just Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. But Kyle said that Adam Cole reached out and said he's ashamed that Garcia is now aligned with the Death Riders. Roderick Strong was also angry by it and says he's going to beat him later in the night when they have their match. Takeshita would defeat Anthony Bowens. There's a new tournament going on for the unified title. Takeshita would move on with the win and advance to the next round toward All Out. I guess the finals are in All Out.
Yeah, Takeshita's going to win, though, because it's going to be him versus Okada.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, because Okada...
They've been building that, too.
Okada, with this title, even when it was the Continental champion always participates in the tournament because it's a yearly long belt before it gets, like, reset.
Yeah.
But I can see that happening, considering that... Well, I'll talk about it. We had a Best Wrestler Alive Open Challenge. It was Big Bill accepting challenge against Max Caster. 5 minutes. Big Bill took around 2 minutes to squash Caster with a spinning side slam. Afterwards, Big Bill would continue to call out Eddie Kingston for All Out. And I think they showed a tweet from Kingston basically saying, like, waiting for the contract. So I guess that's happening. That's his return.
Yeah.
So then the way I word it is weird, but so then afterwards, like, they're showing Anthony Bowens backstage, and Max Caster comes through the curtain and bumps into Anthony, and they start brawling, and I believe it's spilled out into the ring at some point. Jerry Lynn comes out there, tries to talk sense into them. Blake Christian, Lee Johnson come out, and they beat up Jerry Lynn and Max Caster. Anthony Bowens would not help out and then change his mind. Jerry Lynn the whole time beforehand was talking about how they were, the best when they were a team. Yeah. So maybe we're getting them back. Maybe Tony Khan realized, it's not working as single stars. Though, what do you expect at least Max Caster with this best wrestler alive thing?
Bowens, I feel like
him more. But
yeah, Bowens, I feel like hasn't really had a chance because he got hurt early on when he was like starting to make a singles run.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it wasn't bad, but they were like turning him heel now.
Yeah. But I thought Jerry Lynn looked great. He was crushing it. He did a nice clothesline. I was like, all right.
Still got it.
So last week I talked about Dynamite Kid Tom Billington and Adam Priest. They had a rematch. I guess, people liked it against FTR. Again, they pull off. They do double flying headbutts. They do all these. Like I said, Chris, did you pay more attention to it now? When I was talking about, it was like he's like Benoit and he's like Dynamite Kid.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
I mean, look, the finish was a spike pile driver on Billington, and afterwards Dax Hardwood hit a crossface.
Yeah,
so
it seems like
there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
So afterwards, Stokely blamed Adam Copeland and Christian Cage for FTR's frustration. 2 more weeks until FTR ends the careers of C and C is what he said. So speaking of that unified title tournament, so Okada went into beating Michael Oku. He wins after blocking Oku's offense, heading into Tombstone Piledriver, then Rainmaker Lariat to seal the deal. And that brings us to the deal. To seal it. And that brings us to the main event, which was Death Riders of just Moxley and Garcia teaming up against Strong and O'Reilly. Marina Shafir would distract the ref. Moxley hits O'Reilly's injured knee. Tag made to Garcia, who gets caught in the armbar. O'Reilly tries to roll over, but Mox sees an opportunity, uses the curb stomp on O'Reilly, and then Garcia locks in a sharpshooter. Taps out O'Reilly for the win. Afterwards, this is when the show's gone off the air. Daddy Magic. Daddy Magic. I just said Daddy. Pause. Daddy Magic demands an explanation. As we know, close friends with Garcia on TV at least. Garcia would ignore him. Shafir would flip the bird to Magic, and the Death Riders would all exit. So that was AEW this week. It was kind of solid. Collision was more interesting than it normally is, in my opinion.
Yeah, there was more eventful stuff that happened.
Yeah. So that brings us to Raw. Don't let me forget to talk about Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide after this, right?
Yeah, because I didn't watch any of it. I don't know the card. I just know the main event.
Okay. I didn't know it was
on YouTube. Right.
I didn't even realize there was Worlds Collide on.
Yeah. Whenever they did the segment with Ray, which might have been SmackDown, it came on after.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let's get into it. All right, Usos will kick off Raw. Jey Uso comes through the crowd with Big Jim. Jey does the whole Usos are in your city bit that they used to do before they called out the Vision. And they claim that Rollins and what they're calling the Brawnies screwed up. The Brownies, we should say, would interrupt Mox Big Jim for being on quote-unquote his show. That's Braun Breaker saying it. Bronson Reed demands that they acknowledge their tribal thief. Big Jim calls them PB&J security and says they already got a tag match approved for Wrestlepooza. So we're looking at the Usos versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed for that pay-per-view. Before they brawl, LA Knight would end up jumping them from behind. Usos and Knight clear the ring, but Jay and LA bump into each other, and this will spill over until later in the night. Do you want me to read what the end of my note said?
Yeah.
All right. The line was, Usos and Knight clear the ring, but Jay and LA bump into each other. Tension teased.
Tension teased.
Yeah. Hey, I got skills. I just go through real quick and put it into my own words, all right? My head goes, don't fucking say that. So we had a LA Knight backstage promo. Knight confronts Adam Pearce, demanding a match. Says, giving Braun, Breaker, LeBron, Charles Bronson, whoever. Dropping a Death Wish reference because of Charles Bronson, and then he storms off. So then, I love how there's multiple El Grande Americanos, there's 1 and 2. So we had AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano 1. AJ would attack before the bell. El Grande Americano 2 runs in and interferes, causing AJ to take a knee first bump on the steps. Styles would battle back. Dragonly neutralizes Grande number 2, and Styles wins with it. Styles wins with the Styles Clash. Why lately does it look like Grande 1 doesn't look like Ludwig Kaiser?
I feel like they changed it, right?
Well, Grande 2 is Pete Dunne. Grande 3 is Tyler Bate. But Grande 1, I was like, for some reason his face lately hasn't been looking too Ludwig-wise, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. What is the point of it all? Like, what is the storyline in this?
Dude, I don't know. I thought it would have been done by Mania. But I don't know. Maybe Chad Gable's thing threw a wrench in it. Maybe it's just going to keep going because of AAA.
They're just going to keep dressing people up as El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I just got a text. Tim will not be joining us. I'll let you know afterwards, Jeremy. So it's just me and you from here on out.
All right.
Alrighty. Contract. There was supposed to be a contract signing, but it was canceled. Adam Pearce would inform Io Sky that Stephanie Bakir can't make it tonight. Nikki Bella would give Io props. Asuka and Kairi would interrupt. Asuka threatens Nikki and books a match with her later. Then we had Penta. Pearce had a busy night. Penta would confront Pearce, demands an Intercontinental title shot. Rusev would interrupt, angry that he's not, the priority, especially after being Sheamus. Pearce then books Penta and Rusev for later. We had Jimmy and Jay kind of getting into it. Yeah.
For Rusev, did you hear what he said about when his time in AEW and moving back to WWE? Like, why?
Yeah, he says he was better than everyone.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
He thinks he was the best wrestler in AEW locker room.
Yeah.
That's great. And you got Will Ospreay.
Hey, I might not believe it, but whatever makes you believe in yourself.
He got his confidence back, and he's like, I'm not doing any more your ideas, Tony.
Hey, Cody thinks he's the best wrestler too, so
that's crazy.
Yeah. But it's
I don't remember
what gets him in that spot, I guess, but
one Rusev match where I'm like, that was amazing. I gotta go back and watch that. No.
But he convinces himself, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jimmy and Jay backstage. Jimmy wants to help LA Knight tonight. Jay says helping Knight won't get them to WrestlePalooza or get his title back. And Jim accuses Jay of sounding like Roman. It looked like Jay would then leave the building, but we'll get back to that. So kind of the promo we've been waiting for, right? AJ Lee's return promo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she comes out wearing Becky's Intercontinental title. Talks a lot about her mental health journey, therapy, and finding her superpower.
Therapy chant in a wrestling crowd. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I like that a lot, actually. And then finding her quote-unquote superpower. That's a play off of the name of her book. Crazy is my superpower. That was her first book. I'm sure she's written other stuff, but that's the one.
No one's read it.
You've read it?
Yeah.
It's a lot about her bipolar, right?
Yeah, it has a lot of like she talked about there too, because it's all mental health. And how much of a better place she's in now, too, compared to when she wrestled before.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew too much of why she left, so she kind of summarized that really quickly on air. So that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a really dark point when she said she like got a hotel room because she was going to do something there.
Well, hey, if you're not good yourself, your job and everything's going to fall apart, so she had to leave.
Yeah. It's kind of like, both her and Punk both left WWE mainly because of the same reason.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, he was more of a physical, right? And she was more like...
Well, when he was physical, but also like mental because he was...
Well, because it snowballed into it.
Yeah.
This was funny. She called out Becky for motorboating her husband. Becky then would storm out, says AJ doesn't deserve her title. AJ would challenge her to a mixed tag match at WrestlePalooza. Obviously, it would be AJ and Punk versus Becky and Rollins. Punk appears behind Becky, and after some back and forth, Rollins would accept. AJ throws the belt over the ropes to Becky. She said that she would give it back to her if Becky accepted the challenge. Then we got Punk and AJ together. Huge pop for them.
Embrace to a huge pop.
Yeah. It still feels like she's only there temporarily until we move past the storyline.
Yeah, because it feels like she's just back for Punk.
Yeah, because we've seen it. We've seen it with these mixed tags. Maurice, Bree.
Yeah. They'll come back for that one match, and then you don't see them again.
Yeah. So this brings us to Penta versus Rusev. Rusev would nail a Masha kick midair for the win. This is after interference from the New Day and Grayson Waller. The New G'day. Yeah. So
Good day.
That interference leads to tonight's Raw, which we'll talk about next week. Nikki Bella actually had a one-on-one singles match on Raw. Lately, it's been tag matches. Why? Yeah, I guess she's still around there.
Why?
So, Asuka would lock in the Asuka lot for the win, submitting Nikki Bella. Afterwards, the Kabuki Warriors would taunt Nikki, but Rhea Ripley would step in. Asuka and Rhea keeps kind of being teased,
Mm-hmm.
And obviously issues with Asuka and Io are boiling over. I got a prediction for WrestlePalooza, but
they'll ever change that name, the tag team name, Kabuki Warriors?
I can't believe they kept it.
I know.
I can't believe Triple H was like, you know what? This was a good idea from Vince.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then Nikki would thank Rhea for the backup. All right, the main event was LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker would interfere late, of course, allowing Reed to hit the Death Valley driver for the win. Afterwards, Jimmy Uso would rush in to help LA, get speared by Breaker. LA Knight would recover with a steel chair and runs them off. Knight helps up Big Jim, but Jey Uso would appear and spear LA Knight. Now he says, "We're good now." Yeets at him, and then Jay's looking disappointed as LA rise. As LA rise in pain. And then this gets us to SmackDown. Yeah.
Did you want to do
I like this opening segment, man. I thought it was funny.
We're doing World Collide first or no?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. So let's just talk about the main event. Unless you can remember stuff. I don't know if you watched.
No, just the main event's fine.
Okay, so the main event was for the AAA Mega Championship. Dominic Mysterio versus Vikingo. So Balor on Raw said that he was going to, not interfere. Have no one come out there. El Grande Americano won. Oh, Tim is here.
Tim.
I told the fans that you weren't going to be here.
I said I was going to be here, and I
Swerved those.
It was a long night. Cats pissing on the floor.
Oh, no. Cat pee is like one thing that I never ever want to happen.
Dude, it's so bad. It's just they're getting old, and she missed.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm here. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
I was heated when I texted Andy and said I wasn't gonna make it. I've made it.
You're like this fucking cat.
Well, Tim, before we get into...
Well, Jeremy knows it stinks.
It does. It's like the worst thing too, and it's always like you find it and then just run away, and you're like,
it's like ammonia, and you're just like.
Well, Tim, we're about to get into SmackDown, but we're talking about Dominic Mysterio beats Vikingo and becomes the AAA Mega Champion with the help of El Grande Americano 1, I believe. So Dom wears a mask when he's competing in AAA, right?
Which I kind of love. First of all, Dom's the man.
Dom's the man. Never thought I'd say it. But
I love that he's trying to do what like Jack Perry did in Japan, but like actually made it cool. Like
fans loved it.
Like a separate character.
But yeah,
fans want Alberto Del Rio though. There,
no one wants that.
They basically want anyone but Vikingo.
Yeah. So big pop for Dom. Dom put the metal plate that was slid to him in his mask and did a headbutt and then a frog splash. And he made his dad put the strap around him. So Ray had to put the strap around
this on me.
Yeah. Because that was the agreement that they had on Raw. So Dom's the new AAA Mega Champion and Intercontinental Champion. I also forgot that MJF is a CMLL champion.
He is.
He came out with the belt.
Also, isn't it crazy in WWE? There's a wrestler is a TNA champion, and also there's a wrestler who is now a AAA champion.
In WWE?
Also work for WWE.
Yeah.
Like, you would never have thought that would ever happen for him.
Mm-mm. Tim, is it Alicia a toot or a tout?
It's actually...
Are you kidding me? That was like perfect timing.
Right as he says it, his mic just switches. God dang it.
That's so funny.
He's always told me a toot, but I just wanted to hear it from him.
See what he says.
I wonder if it even recorded, you know. So that's all I know from Worlds Collide. Oh, there was something with Mr. Iguana?
I don't know.
I thought it was a toot.
No, it happened again, Tim. When you come back, just stop talking about this.
No, the Wyatt Six stood over them. The Wyatt Six came out and...
oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only other thing.
Also...
Oh, and Natty.
One thing.
Natty was there in her Natty character.
Gimmick. Yeah. When you brought up Mr. Iguana, that reminded me of how much I hate TKO because they try to make money off of every single thing possible. And when we get to the WrestleMania stuff, I'll say stuff more. But they're selling Mr. Iguana things for like $80 now.
An iguana puppet for $80. That's what TKO sells.
Something like that. Yeah. I hate TKO.
All right. Well, let's get into SmackDown. This opening segment
Speaking of TKO, the opening segment.
Yeah, speaking of TKO, Brock Lesnar would open up the show, and right before he's about to speak, R-Truth would interrupt, does a rap to the ring. Truth says, "Welcome back." He says he's no longer afraid of Brock. Lesnar says he doesn't recognize him and keeps saying, "Who are you?" Even though we all know Truth is the only one that can make Lesnar break character, which he does a couple times during this. Brock smiles and then gets serious. Truth calls Brock out for disrespecting his older brother, John Cena. Brock questions his name and age. Truth says he's R-Truth, but then he says his name is Ron Cena, which that makes Brock end up laughing. Truth claims that Cena is making kids cry, but he's here. He was making kids cry, but he's here to stop the disrespect with 2 drops of that kid's tears, quote unquote. I don't know, man. Brock talked about R-Truth's like teeth. R-Truth is just back to being R-Truth. This whole Ron Killings thing.
What happened to Ron Killings?
It's gone.
I was excited to see that.
So after confusing back and forth, Brock F5s him, which he actually splits his pants.
He does.
Yeah, and he's showing the camera. It just split right down the fucking back. We've seen Brock split his pants before.
Yeah. Can't hear you, Tim.
Can't hear you, Tim. I'm sure it was something funny he was about to say.
It probably was.
It's just not meant to be. But as he's walking away and like showing his ass, Tim's saying bye. It's just not meant to be tonight.
All right.
He even looks at the camera and says blue underwear or blue boxers. So then we had a pre-taped in a dark room. Solo's feeling very emotional. Admits he's lost everything: the bloodline title, the title of tribal chief as well. Declares that he's ready now, making others live in his shadow of his family tree. Where the hell is Jacob Fatu?
I have no idea. Did he get hurt?
I have no idea.
He hasn't been on
Jamie
any show
research
recently.
that for me. Sami Zayn had a open challenge that he's going to continue, I guess, in good old John Cena fashion. This was good though. Sami Zayn versus Rey Fenix. In the final stretch, it was a Blue Thunder driver, Blue Thunder bomb, corner suplex, haluva kick. Sami Zayn retains via pinfall.
He used to wrestle when he was Generico.
He would wrestle Phoenix then?
I'm pretty sure he was in the Indies at one point. They wrestled.
Well, I wasn't sure if Phoenix. I know Phoenix is younger. I wasn't sure if he was on the Independents then,
or maybe not.
Sammy said he's never wrestled him, but I didn't know if that was like true. Sammy hasn't, but Generico.
Yeah, they're two different people. That's funny.
Kiana James and Julia versus B-Fab. Well, it was Julia versus, or no. Jesus, I don't remember. The titles of my notes are ridiculous. Backstage, Kiana James and Julia would mock B-Fab over taking out Mia Yim. They would have a match and a pre-match beatdown on B-Fab. The match never happened, so I guess it doesn't matter who she's facing. Mia Yim would return with a
this segment did not matter. Is basically what you're saying.
No, just like the week before though, it would lasted like 10 seconds. Mia Yim would return with a kendo stick to even the odds. Julia flees, leaving her title behind. No match even takes place. It was a waste. I don't even know why I talked about it. I hate what they're doing with Julia. It's ridiculous. They're not doing anything. Wyatt 6 are back to making VHS promo tapes. Eric Rowan would deliver a cryptic monologue. Implies that the Street Profits' brotherhood is decaying, and they reference disease and amputation. Then we had Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, WWE Women's Championship. The fight would spill outside. Spear through the timekeeper's barricade. Double count out. No winner. Afterwards, Nia Jax would attack both, laying out Stratton with a bonsai drop. Do you think a new match gets... Look, WWE pay-per-view is always 6 matches, right? There's only 5 right now.
Basically.
Do you think a triple threat gets made?
Between them?
Yeah. There's still time.
Yeah, they need the women's title match on the card, so I would assume
they have the women's world title.
Yeah, but they need the WWE.
Yeah,
I would assume that would be the case, but they would have to make it this week.
Yeah, this Friday.
This Friday,
the day before. We had a promo from Aleister Black, pre-tape. He addresses Damian Priest, says he's both the sickness and the cure. Offers Priest a choice: stay noble and suffer, or give in to destruction together.
I don't feel like Priest and him are that exciting of a feud.
Mm-mm.
Like Aleister Black is such a cool character, and I feel like Priest has nothing.
Holding him down. He's holding him back, man. No, I want them to do. This is a thing with like, I don't know, man. Sometimes wrestling companies just drag shit out.
Yeah, like they've been doing this for how long between those two? They haven't actually.
I don't know. Didn't they? They've had a bunch of matches on TV. Probably Saturday Night's Main Event or something. I don't know, man.
I feel like it was like before they actually started like feuding, as in doing like segments together. And then
they were talking backstage and they were cool when like Aleister got here, and then it like became about the R-Truth stuff.
Yeah,
like,
what happened to that?
Ron Cena took over, man.
Ron Killings and Aleister Black.
All right, Jeremy, you wanted to talk about this so bad because you love it. You love the announcement. WrestleMania 43 confirmed take place in Saudi Arabia.
No.
Look, we already don't like that they go there, right? Anyway.
Yeah, and they're going to have a fucking WrestleMania there. This is crazy.
It's money. And it's money. And it's not a Triple H decision. We know that.
It's like everyone at that, they call it a press conference. They call it a press
I love
conference.
The memes, man.
There's no press.
All looked. There's no real press. It's really just them talking in front of people on a microphone and announcing it. I love the images of all the wrestlers that were up there looking bummed. Let's see who was up there. Charlotte Flair didn't look happy. Seth Rollins, Bianca.
Undertaker was there.
Taker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Stephanie Becker.
Liv. Yeah.
Not Liv. It was like
Liv
3
was she was behind Triple H.
She was? Well, she's been off TV, so that's why I was like...
Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw her.
But yeah, I love the fantasy booking.
They're like, it's Saudi gets their way.
Dude, like Ric Flair's gonna be there, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, stopped dyeing his hair, man. He looks
so old now.
Yeah, it's like when all of a sudden you see Sting at these conventions.
Yeah, Sting.
Like,
the same thing. Yeah.
So this sucks, but they'll make a shit ton of money. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, but I don't care. Like it just like it's gonna be. Everyone's saying like now because they do like the bidding war of like where you're gonna get WrestleMania. That's why New Orleans doesn't have it anymore.
Dude, Saudi Arabia is like the richest country in the world. They're just gonna win every time, won't they?
That's what they're saying. It's gonna be like boxing right now. Is like
people from here. Green shirt guy ain't flying to Saudi Arabia.
I saw a meme with green shirt guy at WrestleMania 43, and he's wearing like a turban. And he's in the front row. But everyone's saying it's going to go between Las Vegas and Saudi Arabia. Like it's just going to switch because they're going to be the two biggest. Year. And like London, where they should have WrestleMania,
they could have it in Wembley.
In Wembley, where you could beat the record. The
AEW did it. WWE did it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Well, they can't.
They better not have a say in the card. I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, but they will. They already have a say in the card for their Crown Jewel events. That's why they brought back Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels that one time, and Kane, right?
But am I right? Did I read something that like if they do this, they're not going to have other Saudi Arabia events throughout the year?
I don't know.
I thought I read like this is the only one.
I don't know.
They wouldn't.
They might do one more.
Crown Jewel and all that.
Yeah, because they wouldn't. They did already move Crown Jewel to somewhere else before.
And what did Wrestlepalooza replace? Hell in a Cell.
Maybe
Extreme Rules. When does Extreme Rules happen?
It's usually early on.
Yeah, I know it's around this time.
But yeah, and then also TKO. This is also what I was going to say too. TKO is raising the prices of tickets again. After
I don't know how much I can believe the whole thing of like they're only raising it till they make their money back or
like the debt. Yeah, but I don't know if that's true. No business has ever been like, okay, you know what, we made enough money, let's lower the prices now.
They're like people are still paying. This is what like a small version of this is movie theaters have high prices for drinks and stuff because they know people are going to pay it.
Yeah, they just keep paying it.
People like having a popcorn and a drink when they go to the movies, right? They know people are like, fuck, okay. They know people want to go to WrestleMania, and there's going to find someone out there has that money, clearly.
Yeah. That I was saying that our tickets that we went to WrestleMania 40.
That's like the most I can spend on tickets, all right?
If we did that now, we would be in the very, very top row.
I think together we spent like $800 each, right?
It was like $900. It was under $1,000
between both nights.
But the crazy thing is that when they talk about like raising the prices, because I forgot that TKO guy was talking, and he goes like, "Yeah, Vince he was trying to keep it at a family pricing limit and everything, so they can, families can still come.
Yeah,
and I was like, Vince being the lesser of two evils in that situation is crazy.
To me. Yeah. Well, that's what happened.
Everyone booed it as well.
Yeah, I don't know what more to say about it, but that's what it is. It's not this year; it's next year, 2027.
It just feels like all this stuff is ruining a lot of wrestling.
It was so good at one point that I was like, oh no.
It was. WrestleMania 40, I want to be selfish and say that was the best last one. Because we were there.
Mm-hmm. And it was a good one, man.
And it was one of the best.
Tim always says we might have seen The Rock's last match.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Rock might be, he's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. Come on.
Dude, the Pebble ain't wrestling, all right? He's gonna have to bulk back up.
Yeah, the Pebble.
All right. Carmelo Hayes would confront Sami Zayn. Sami says he wants to call a shot for a U.S. title opportunity. Miz was annoyed, wants him to focus on the tag titles, and Hayes would suggest that he can win both. He says he said you did it before. So the Miz would end up agreeing and trusting him. The main event was Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Towards the end, Randy tries for the punt. Ref's distraction allows Drew to roll out and Claymore kick. Winner, Drew McIntyre. Afterwards, Drew attempts to finish Orton on the outside, in which we had the return from Cody. He is finally done filming Street Fighter. He saves Orton. It's like a delayed Cody cutter.
Yep.
And then he grabs a mic and says the champ is back. I'll see you at WrestlePalooza.
The champ is not back. The champ would be John Cena. He say that.
He said the champ is. I was like, he's about to say here, and then he said back. I was like, okay.
I know. I was like, ugh.
So he says, I'll see you at WrestlePalooza. So speaking of WrestlePalooza, let's get into predictions of what we know so far. Usos versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Who you got?
I feel like the Usos, because isn't this their first match back together?
Yeah.
So
unless Jay goes heel.
That's true, but he hasn't
shown the signs. Is he still selling merch like he was?
I don't know.
I never gave a shit about him, as we know.
You did like a Robert De Niro face right there.
You talking about? I can't do the voice though. Jinxie cat. Right?
Yeah.
Come on, fucker. Can you milk me? I have nipples. That first one, dude. That first one's like really the only good one. I never even saw the third.
I don't think I saw either. Yeah.
I did see Meet
the
Fockers.
The first one was great. Meet the Fockers was great.
Yeah. All right, so we both say Usos. AJ Lee and CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. I say AJ Lee, obviously. And I say AJ gets the pin.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think Punk was like, he'll be like, she has to win.
Is her finisher the submission?
I kind of almost forget what it is.
I thought she like wraps herself around it, kind of like Nikki Bella does with a submission.
Yeah, she does have that too. I forget what she had as well.
A quick goog. AJ Lee finisher. It is the Black Widow, a submission hold that she used to make opponents tap out. Yeah, it's like she wraps. And I think when AJ Lee was gone, Nikki Bella would do it, kind of like homage to her.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. Io Sky. I mean, no, Stephanie. What am I talking about?
For
vacated women's world.
Yeah. Stephanie, yeah.
I say Stephanie. Io's been champ a bunch of times. People like Stephanie.
Yeah.
She's really been studying English.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like Io is kind of like almost like that champ.
I think Io's proven herself.
Champ. Yeah, like she can always just come in and be a champion if she needs to. Like
Rhea, right, same with Rhea. Like you can put anyone in that spot if they need to. Like Mox had to just like fill that spot at vacated times.
Yeah, exactly. Just like him. Yeah.
The championship eventually can make the person. Then like Like, Roman doesn't need the belt anymore.
Yeah, Roman, I don't think ever needs to be champion again.
No, we're good.
Like, he doesn't
That
need
man
it.
started acting, dude. He's going to be acting. He'll be kind of Rock-like in a couple of years.
He did say, like, he wants to be the guy who goes in films, but also does WWE full time.
He could do that like Cena did for a little bit, but then
I think it gets too much.
I'm sure the schedule is different, but you can't do both at the same time because of the liability of being on set.
Yeah, because you signed those contracts in.
Yeah, but stop. My dog barking. We're almost done. So Stephanie Vaquer is what I say. Cody Rhodes versus Drew. I'm saying Cody.
Cody, of course. What?
I don't know. I don't care anymore about Cody.
Cody, that's what I mean. They missed a time when he needed to turn with Cena. Imagine if he turned and beat Cena
Drew
with
wins,
the belt.
You know,
Drew never wins.
I know. All right, and then Cena versus Lesnar. I really don't know.
I think it'd be Cena. Why would Lesnar win?
If they want to drag it out,
they better not do that.
If they drag it out, and
I'm already almost like.
Well, because I read something one time. It was there were things of he could be battling AJ, he could be doing this, doing that, and they were like, no, they went with Brock instead. It's like, well, why can't he still wrestle AJ?
Yeah,
maybe they took that out once Cena became a babyface again. Heel Cena versus AJ could have been interesting.
Yeah, it would have been really good, actually.
Yeah, they were showing clips from their matches at some point. I was like, oh, it was good.
I know, yeah, it was so good.
All their matches were. I'd like to see them do it again.
Me too.
And then, so yeah, who do you got? You got Cena? I got Cena, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless they plan on dragging it out, but I got Cena. And then what? Brock goes back into hiding?
Yeah, because Brock really shouldn't be there anyways.
But that is it. So next week, episode 187, we'll be talking about
Did you want to do it all out?
That's the week after, so we'll do predictions.
No, same day.
No.
September 20th.
No.
Remember, AEW moved theirs to 3 o'clock.
All right. What's the match card? You want to read it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fuck it.
Well, there's an AEW World Tag Team Championship 4-way ladder match.
First of all, before we get into it, Tony Storm's comments about saying that the shows are too long was fantastic.
That was so funny.
Even she's tired of it. So, yeah. She was like, imagine being there since 12 or 1 and you're not going to
I would be tired too.
I was like, oh my God. And then you just watch it. And then you have to do press afterwards.
Exactly. We just watch it from our couches and we're tired.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tag Team Championship and 4-way ladder match. Brodito is the champions. They haven't announced the other 3 yet, but I'm going to say they retain anyways.
Say they retain.
Yeah. MJF, Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe. That's the no DQ.
I still say MJF.
I think MJF, definitely, yeah. And then Eddie Kingston and Big Bill.
Eddie Kingston.
AEW Unified Championship 3-way. It says Tanahashi, Okada, and someone else. Yeah, I don't know who the third person is.
So, I don't know how they would already have that unless one of the matches goes to a draw, but I'm saying Takeshita.
Yeah, me too. And then trios match, Hurt Syndicate versus Ricochet, and who is the guys?
It's MVP. Oh, and the Gates of Agony, GOA.
Gates of Agony. Yeah.
I'll go Hurt Syndicate.
I'm gonna say Ricochet because I feel like he needs to win.
I don't want him to just because I hate him, but he could. He doesn't suck. He's doing his job, and I just hate him.
That's a good heel. And then the women's championship, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Thekla.
Chris Statlander, and Thekla. I'd like to see Jamie Hayter get it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Toni Storm though. There's no reason.
You know what? Chris Statlander becomes a Death Rider. I'm going Chris Statlander.
Oh, that's a good call.
Forgot about that storyline going on, didn't you?
Yeah, I forgot.
She denied it this week, but no, I'm saying that's what happens. Marina Shafir or something.
And then TBS Championship, Mercedes, Monet, and Riho.
Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes, yeah. And then the coffin match, Moxley and Darby.
Let's do Darby. It's
a coffin match, so I'm going to say Darby.
He's just coming back. Let's do Darby. That'll be brutal match.
Win. That's going to be bad.
Yeah. Hangman
and then
Kyle Fletcher.
Well, Copeland and Christian Cage and FTR.
Oh. Copeland and Christian.
Yeah, it's their first time teaming back.
Unless they're going to do a series, but Copeland and Christian.
Yeah. And then Hangman and Fletcher.
Hangman, but I think Fletcher there'll be a lot of false finishes.
I think so too. But definitely Hangman.
Okay, well, that's it. Wow, next episode, okay, that's going to be a packed one. So, All Out is 3 p.m.?
3 p.m., yeah, and on HBO Max.
3 p.m. It'll be done by 12 midnight. Got it. Okay.
It will just run over a little bit between.
So I have to pay $50 or $60, and then I have to pay another $30 for ESPN.
I know.
My website's looking nicer and nicer, I'll tell you.
I have YouTube TV, so does ESPN show it on that?
No, it's not a channel. It's like a streaming.
I have ESPN Plus.
Oh. I mean, if you already have ESPN Plus, then you're fine.
Does that work?
Yeah, you don't pay again once you...
Okay.
I mean, typically you do.
Yeah, like UFC you do.
Yeah, UFC, like you have the app. I mean, I guess it's worth it if you're like a big fighting fan, but you have the app and then you would pay extra.
Yeah.
Which is what's going to happen with these HBO AEW pay-per-views.
See. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, I know.
Peacock
that's
had it right.
super...
But TK didn't
Peacock had it.
Losing money.
Remember how much we were like complaining about whether it was the WWE Network, a Peacock, or whatever, and now we're like, fuck, that was actually pretty good.
Though, they know people will still buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah. So. See, with HBO Max, though, I already have it for like other shows that I watch or movies. So like, I already had it. So that didn't. I understand if you don't have that already, and then you got to buy a subscription and then the pay-per-view.
Certain movie theaters are going to be playing Wrestlepalooza. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I like when they do that. AEW does that before too. Yeah, none around me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll re-say it. That is it for this week. Catch us next week for a big action-packed episode on All Out and Wrestlepalooza.
Goodbye, my friend.